And shalom, shalom. All praise and glory go unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash. Double honors on to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule exceptionally well. Also, shalom. Salutations, mercy, and blessings to you, sincere brothers us out there pushing this word with truth and with faith. My name is Thabo Amath of Great Millstone Northwest. Man, I had turned on. Was looking at my phone, looking at this news app. It's updated a little bit since then, but the first thing that I saw was them saying that, oh, there's a potential new strand of coronavirus. Meanwhile, you have the oil industry tanking, and I seen a headline on here not too long ago that said that oil prices are under $20. Is it like a negative $20 or something? Which is this is unheard of. All right, for the oil, which is a world market ran off of the dollar, the petrodollar, for it to be in the negative like this. This is really going to be throwing things for a loop, man. All right, so you got that going on. You got everybody claiming that they got some magic cure or something that they can use to treat this coronavirus, which there's a lot of speculation around the coronavirus itself, whether it's real or not, whether it's as advanced or as strong as they say it is, and so on and so forth. And basically, what you got is you got a lot of people turning to a whole bunch of different sources for the information. All right, there's no one source that can be trusted, because there's so many hidden agendas that's going on. All right, this article from 7 hours ago, apparently, it says oil investors invest oil inventories near breaking point as American Petroleum Institute reports 13 million barrel build, which the oil things is bad. Look, crude prices collapse will finally force U.S. oil industry to cut production or go bust. Right? Because right now, with it being a negative, that means that these oil producing companies would have to pay. They would have to pay others to take their oil, which that's silly, and that's not the way it'll work. Here's another headline from 3 hours ago. Trump instructs U.S. Navy to shoot down and destroy all Iranian gunboats if they harass our ships at sea. That's an act of war, man. You see, that's an act of war. What are people paying attention to? They're paying attention to whatever the new show is on the Netflix. They're paying attention to whatever the hell crazy videos is popping up on World Star Hip Hop. They're not paying attention to the news, man. All right, you got a country that's at all kind of odds with itself. Speaking about America, this place is at all kind of odds with itself, because you got the people that's taking the coronavirus deadly serious. All right, and then you got the ones that's not taking it serious at all. You got people who's tired of being locked up in the house with the kids that they've spawned. All right, that's ready to just get out. Hell, around here now, we're probably on the third or fourth week of quarantine, and kids are just playing outside now. Right, the parents are just letting the kids go outside and play, and nobody's taking this thing all that great. Well, newsflash is that this world is at its changing point, and it's not going to go back to how it was before this whole coronavirus thing, man. All right, you got a lot of reports coming out about them putting the ID 2020 inside these vaccines that they're working on for the coronavirus, and so on and so forth, man. There's a lot of moving parts in the world. There's a lot of things that's going on here in the world, and people are not paying attention. But all these things line up with the scriptures. Here's another news app that I like to use. All right, and this one, speaking about the coronavirus, these are the numbers that and these numbers fell drastically. Actually, they rose up a little bit, but the brother Ashayar even showed it that within a couple of minutes they'll take down some of these. They'll put these numbers up, and then they'll take some down, and they'll put them up, and they'll take some down, and basically all news sites is doing that. All right, because no one's getting actual information. Okay, no one knows what the hell's going on. And the reason why is because there's a lot of blackouts, a lot of media blackouts, because there's a lot of backhand deals. Either way, we are at the point where we're able to see America itself start to crumble and start to fall, which that is beautiful, man. Okay, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, it makes me think of Matthew 24th chapter, Second Ezra. Hell, Second Ezra is the 16th chapter is great. Matter of fact, let's flip there and let's read a couple of scriptures that's in there. Second Ezra, chapter 16. Um, man, it's it's really good. It's really good because what's happening in the world, what these people don't understand is that this is all by will of the Heavenly Father, man. It tells you right here in Second Ezra 16:3. All right, it says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?" All right, and this is something that's geared at everybody, man. If the Most High sanctifies it, for you to be in troubles, then who the hell is gonna save you from those troubles, man? And that's what this place hasn't noticed. That's what the nation of Esau uh, can't wrap their mind around. That's what nobody seems to understand in this day and age, is that when the Heavenly Father puts these things upon you, there's nothing you could do about it, man. All right, because you still got. Guess what? It's in the middle of the rainy season and the tornado season, man. All right, for the Midwest of the United States. There's still things that's going on in the world. These countries are still upset with each other, man. Okay. Meanwhile, you don't have a lot of money coming in. You got the government, the United States government, printing money off like it's nothing and just sending it to everybody. You got a lot of moving parts going on. This is a very, very interesting and a very beautiful year. This year of 2020, the year of prophecy, as was coined by the apostle Tahar. All right, um, and upheld by the brothers that's within Great Millstone. This being the year of prophecy, and man, so much prophecy has come to pass. We're towards the latter end of the month of April, and there's just been since the beginning of the year. There's just been a whole lot of dominoes falling right in place, man. All right, and this is a very beautiful and very exciting time. Okay, I could continue reading with that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to jump down here to verse 17, which says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famines and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right. With the men that have faith in the Lord, we're not going to do anything other than maintain our faith. That's within Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as it is written, who have put their faith in the Lord and was confounded. All right. So for the men that is openly and actively doing the right thing as a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there's nothing to worry about. But for the rest of the world, it's going to be this. It's going to be famines. It's going to be great death. It's going to be wars. All right. It's going to be evils that comes. Okay. Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And you are able to see that in the media right now, man. All right, with what's going on right outside your doors, you're able to see that people are starting to lighten up and not take this coronavirus thing serious no more, man. You know, which is going to put the law enforcement in a tricky spot, because guess what, the rules are still in effect, like, nah, you guys need to be separated, but people aren't, they're not applying to those rules no more, and the law enforcement, they don't want to be, they're already in a bad light for years and years of abuse, so they're trying to have a different shine on them now, And hey, this is just what you're seeing, man. Okay, you're seeing nobody's mindful of the scourges. Okay, it says that scourges are sent for amendment, and nobody's being mindful of those things, man. Okay, they're not gonna learn from that. People are gonna be doing it the way they want to do it, man. The way that this society has allowed them to do it so long. Okay, that's what it's talking. It says that they're not gonna turn from their wickedness. Hey, these people can't. They can't wait to be able to get out of their house so they can go back to the club, man. All right, they can't wait to be able to for this all to be lifted so they can go sneak around with the pastor's wife, or have the pastor sneak around with their wife, or so on and so forth, man. All right, that the wickedness, there's nothing going on. There's no changing from that. There's no turning from that. Nobody has learned anything from all of this. All right, they just can't wait for society to return so they can go back to being freaks, because that's what majority of you American people are, man. It's freaks. All right, you're into some type of freakism. That's why you're so open to accept some of the things that's the Bible condemns, man. All right, homosexuality, that whole LGBTQ plus community is one example of that. All right, the scriptures speak against it, and this society protects that to the point where you can face prison time for simply speaking ill about some type of LGBTQ. All right, they'll hit you with a hate crime, and they can imprison you for that, man. So this world, they just want to return back to their wickedness, man. It's not as if they want the world to get back so that way they can help people, so they can come up with a good plan to really ensure that no child is left behind and so on and so forth. No, they want to get back to society so they can get back into their freakisms, man. All right. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Man, that this news app right here, Newsbreak, what it does is it shows you things that's going on in the local community. Look at this: teen fatally shot outside Federal Way Community Center. Okay, that's just one. I can There's probably some more shootings. There's been some shootings over the last couple days. Um, as you can see, they be pumping these. They take articles from all the local news stations and put them in there. All right. It says coronavirus is changing people's skin. The main stuff they're putting on here right now is about coronavirus, but you still got people out there shooting each other, man. You still got people out there robbing each other. I'm still seeing things about robberies. Um, and especially with everybody supposedly wearing a mask to walk into any store now, it's easy to get away with freaking with your robberies right now, man. All right. Here, let me just flip over here. All right. So Washington man accused of killing woman in Olympic National Forest. Um, Man shot after allegedly attacking a couple. Okay. Um, what else we got here? Coronavirus. But you see the point, right? You see the point. I just read off like four different. Washington State sues property company for violating Inslee's emergency eviction proclamation, and that's something that's going to be going on too, man. All right, you're gonna have a whole bunch of lawsuits popping up over this whole Corona thing, man, because this is a sue happy country. Hey, basically the point is exactly as we was reading in the scriptures. These things are going to continue to grow because it's not as if the mindset of the people has changed, man. This type of an event isn't going to change the mindsets of the people. All right, That's why eventually Esau is gonna have to come down as that roaring lion, man, because his tactics don't work. Okay, his soft tactics does not work. Okay, it says for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. And that global oil market right now is helping that happen, man. It's helping this earth become a waste. That's something that That's something that they've been putting the highest price on for a minute. Is oil rates. All right, oil prices, the oil production in general. All right, so it's a better thing for the earth if they was to stop drawing out all the oil, because that would cause all the earthquakes to calm down, other than the ones that the Most High is going to send, because the scriptures tell you in Matthew 24th chapter that there's going to be earthquakes, man. We might as well flip over there, Matthew chapter 24. um we'll start at um We'll start at verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And that's something that's important to keep in mind right now as well. Is that yes, we're noticing things come to pass, but the end is not yet, because the end all be all for Esau Edom, the main thing that he wants to get accomplished is he wants to form his world war his one world government, all right, which is going to be ushered in with the use of a RFID microchip. He wants everybody to be microchipped, man. That you can find that information in Revelation, the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, man. Okay. So yeah, this guy reading on, it says the end is not yet, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And we've been seeing it in the past couple of years. The earthquakes rising up. All right, there being more earthquakes. Salakia, real quick. All right, Salak. Anyway, yeah, we've been seeing a lot of earthquakes. All right, pop up in places that they're usually not in, like the Midwest of America. You're seeing earthquakes pop up, man. But you've been seeing a higher frequency of earthquakes as well. In fact, there was just a 6 point something earthquake about 2 weeks ago over here in Idaho. Okay, it says this is verse 8. It says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." So we're just at the beginning of sorrows, man. There's no reason for celebration yet, because none of us has made it anywhere. Okay? None of us has made it anywhere. So there's no reason for anybody to be given any type of celebration dance. All right, the hard part is still to come. All right, these are just the beginning of sorrows. We have not yet entered into Jacob's trouble. All right, you're still able to walk around free. You're not being persecuted about anything. So, I mean to a T. You're limited to your house. You're supposed to be limited to your house. But for the most part, if you want to get up and go for a drive, nobody's gonna stop you from getting up and going for a drive, man. Nobody's actually stopping you from breaching that front door portal of your house. Okay. It says actually that's what I'm gonna read in that right there. Let's go ahead, since we brought up that mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. Let's go ahead and jump over here to Revelation, the 13th chapter, verse 16. All right. It says "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of a beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, which, man, there's been countless videos that's been out. All right, for years, there's been countless videos going into the mark of the beast and explaining about why that RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Okay, and if you haven't caught that information yet, it deals with the IPC codes that you see marked on everything. All right, and the way that digital information is carried, not to mention the mark of the beast. When you go into the words that's written here in Revelation the 13th, when it says that mark is speaking about something that gets cut into the flesh, man. Okay, something that gets cut into your flesh, which the RFID microchip, they're planning on implanting that in the right hand, in the forehead, in the body, in the arm, in the body of a person, for you to be able to do all your transactions there. Oh, that's part of that Real ID 2020, man. Okay, So there's a lot of things to watch out for. There's a lot of things that's moving along. There's a lot of things that's going on, but the end is not yet. Okay, these are just some of the world news headlines that's happening. Some of the things some people may not be paying attention to, and if you're able to catch these are some of the things that maybe you should pay attention to, man. You should pay attention to how these nations are interacting with each other. You should pay attention to what's going on with global markets. All right, pay attention to all of that. It's all vanity. At the same time, it helps us mark which time we're actually in, because this place America is circling the drain. And as you if you've ever seen anybody fall, when you fall, you're grasping at everything, trying to catch on to any and everything to keep you from falling. And that's what this country is doing as a whole. Is they're trying to grasp on to things, all right, to keep this place from falling when it's inevitable. The ground's been ripped from underneath their feet. Lord willing, this has been edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.